Super Dave here with another Super Dave review. Super Dave here with another exciting Masterverse review, Wave 10, and another Revelation. All this time later, yes. Not long, hopefully, before we get to see Revolution, but we're still getting Revelation figures, but this one has been highly anticipated. We finally get a smaller version of a Prince Adam. We never got this in classics form. We got just the regular, He-Man with a different face and the clothes on, but we actually get a smaller frame Prince Adam, kind of like they did in the 2000X Mike Young production. But there's that book art there on the side, which is lovely, and then that power transformation going on the back. The other Wave 10 figures we're going to be looking at, and there's his bio. If you'd like to pause and read that now, you can. All right, let's go ahead and break open Prince Adam over here in front of Castle Grayskull and check him out. And here we are in Eternia in front of Castle Grayskull, along with many of Adam's friends from Eternia, to take a look at Prince Adam himself. And what a cool set and what a cool figure. But let's first take a look at his accessories. And Prince Adam first comes with a set of balled up fisted hands, and they are petite. They are horizontally hinged. He comes equipped with two weapon holding hands. His left hand is horizontally hinged, but his right weapon holding hand or sword wielding hand is actually vertically hinged. So bravo Mattel. He comes with two head sculpts. This more stoic, calm face, which is very reminiscent of the Revelation series, as well as this laughing head face, which definitely throws us back to that meme and that little video of the laughing Prince Adam, which we'll do that in comparisons. He comes with two swords. He has the Revelation Power Sword on the right there, and then on the left, an actual brand new Power Sword that is translucent with some sparkle effects in it, and that is really cool. And that rounds out his accessories. I really wish that he had come with more of a yelling or transforming head. I like the laughing head, but if he had given us a head that more reminisced the back of the box where he's transforming and yelling out, "I have the power," that would have just been the best. But definitely love this figure. He looks solid. He just looks so clean. And man, I was just highly anticipating this one from the very beginning of the line, wondering if we'd get him. And to have him in hand, I'm sorry, I just love it. This is just so cool for me. I just really like this Adam. I've kind of always wanted a smaller built Adam, and I bid on eBay a few times to try to get a hold of the 2000X Mike Young production Adam, and never did get a hold of him. But he didn't have much articulation. But speaking of articulation, let's take a look at our Prince Adam's articulation right now. All right, here we are. And obviously some of the folks here cannot see this happening, but I just wanted to show you off the bat here, and that is that lightning effect that came with our Super 7 Prince Adam, the Club Grayskull Filmation style. But it will fit on that sword that this Prince Adam comes with very nicely. Clips on really well. So if you have him, you could certainly use that with this Prince Adam also. And you can see how that right hand is able to hinge forward in a vertical way, which allows him to definitely hold his sword aloft, which is really nice. So let's go ahead and just get him back in place here and show you all that we can show you about this guy. He's so cool. So let's go ahead and start with his head. He's going to be able to look up about that much. Not a tremendous amount. I really wish they would start using a hinge, kind of like Marvel Legends. But, I mean, I guess that's enough. He's going to be able to look down all the way. He will get some head pivot, but not as much as I would like, but it's present there. but looking good. Of course, side to side, obviously. He's going to get full 360. He does have bicep swivel, but hey, look at this. First time, I believe, in Masterverse history, we get single jointed elbows for this guy. I guess because his arms are small, they didn't want to break it up too much, but you still get 90 degrees there, as you can see. And of course, swivel and hinge at the wrist, and you see you have a nice cuff to the sleeve, just like he did in the Revelation series. And then on this side, everything's the same, except you do have the vertical hinged ability for that, and so that's really nice for sword wielding for sure. He is going to be able to, despite the fact he has that tunic, he's going to be able to crunch forward about that amount. He's going to be able to bend back slightly as well. He is going to be able to turn at that diaphragm. It's just going to be hindered by his tunic, and that is permanently on that belt. I'm sure you could heat it up and stretch it off, but I don't think we'd want to do that. Nice little gold touch here on that buckle, as well as the little dots all the way around to the back. And you see there's even wrinkles in the tunic, so I really like the way that came across there. Looks really good. He's going to be able to also turn at the waist, which the tunic will go with it there, as you see. He's going to get full splits. There's actually some little splits there in the tunic so that it spreads out all the way. He does have thigh rotation. He even has a little bit of a drop down method there. I'm not sure if that's on purpose, but it's there a little bit because it just got hung a little bit and I saw it drop down, but it'll pop back in place. But yes, thigh rotation. He does have double jointed knees, which look really good, and he has boot cut. He's got the ability to go almost full tiptoes there, as well as go up a good amount. He does have rockers with the peg hole in the bottom, so really good articulation. The only thing that they took away from this guy is the double jointed elbows, but I don't really think that he's going to need them per se. I think he does okay without them, so that is okay. That looks good. And one disappointing thing overall with this guy is he does not have the little loop on the back of the tunic to hold the sword. That's one of those controversies again with this guy. Some people believe that when he reached back, a sword just kind of materialized, just kind of showed itself. And so there have been some that pretend like that's what happens when he reaches back, because most of the time, even in the Filmation cartoon, you did not see a sword on his back when he's walking around. But when he reached back there,
by the power of Grayskull,
he pulled one out and it made that sound like it was scraping metal. So, you know, when he's getting ready to turn into He-Man. So yeah, definitely, you know, one of those little things up to your imagination. But then the other one is, do you like big Prince Adam that's almost the size of He-Man, or do you like a smaller frame Prince Adam like we got in the Mike Young production 2000X and now the Revelation, or do you like that big bulky Filmation version? Let's go ahead and check that out right now in comparisons. Okay, let's start off comparing Laughing Adam to Laughing Adam, because as you know, that's right, we had that laughing meme, or whatever you want to call it, the little video of Adam laughing to that song, which was just so funny. There it is. That's right. But that is what this one was inspired by, and it was inspired to make this guy, and I'm assuming that's why, you know, Mattel packed this laughing head in with Adam. So you see that Revelation really kind of stuck to the, you know, overall theme of his tunic, the purple tights. He does have more realistic boots. And I like the fact that he's not, you know, the size of He-Man. I mean, this guy's got all the rippling muscles that He-Man has, whereas this guy doesn't. I mean, he literally does transform when he says, I have the power. So that is cool. And so Orko's doing something funny here that's got them tickled. So there you have, there you have the laughing Prince Adam. Now, I will show you very quickly that his head doesn't really go back any further. I thought maybe it would throw back a little bit further, being that this was supposed to be a laughing one, you know, like throw his head really back. But it doesn't really go forward or back anymore. It's about the same articulation as the first head. But there you see it there, really close up. The face sculpt is really well done. The laughing, the teeth, just the eyes squinting. Looks good. All right, let's do some more comparisons. And here's our Club Grayskull Super 7 Prince Adam, which is my all-time favorite Filmation style. Oh, I love this Prince Adam. He is just so good. I was so glad that Super 7, you know, gave us this offering before they lost the license. And he's also the one that came with this glow-in-the-dark effect that snaps to his sword, which was a very Filmation style, flat matte gray power sword. But you can see that these guys, and I just measured them, they are exactly the same height. They are exactly 7 inches. And I do have the Revelation Prince Adam's knees bent just slightly there, but in a pose. But yes, they are basically the same height. And you know, both of these, now the laughing Prince Adam did have a device on the back to hold his sword. This one does not. And as we've already mentioned, neither does this one. So both of them are without the ability to sheath their swords they came with. But really cool comparison here, and you can definitely see that they stayed true to the overall theme of Prince Adam. I mean, this one definitely has that real yellowish hair, because if you remember in the Filmation, he had this bright yellow hair, and then when he turned into He-Man, it turned blonde, you know, almost a darker blonde, like this Prince Adam has here. So his hair doesn't change, but his body does. And here is our Classics Prince Adam that, believe it or not, was a bonus figure that came packed in the bottom of the box with Orko in the Classics era. He was one of the earliest releases, I do believe, and you see he has the overall same type theme as our Revelation, you know, staying true to that classic look, but he has the muscles like He-Man, has the darker blonde hair like He-Man, and but he did come packed with that pinkish purple style like sword. Never really got the principle behind that. Of course, he had the furry loincloth here. He also had the silver bracers. He did not have a place to store the sword in his back either, but did have some nice wrinkles. You can see these both have the burgundy tunic. And of course, there's Cringer that came with Classics Marlena, which is Prince Adam's mom, Queen Marlena. And that is Cringer, who came packed with her. And I love that Cringer because it looks just like the Filmation. His head just will go side to side, and that's it. No articulation to him. But that is really cool. You can see how these measure out. And our Revelation Masterverse Prince Adam is actually taller. Like we said, he's right at 7 inches, whereas Classics is 6 3/4 inches. So right at the 7-inch mark, but just a little shorter. So you can see how these measure out. And here's Revelation Prince Adam next to his vintage counterpart. That's right, you can see going all the way back to the original toy line, he looks like more like the vintage with the burgundy tunic, the white sleeved tight shirt, the obviously purplish or lavender tights. He did have purple boots, whereas I like the more realistic boots on this Prince Adam. And again, you know, if you want to put his sword on his back, just use some tacky like I've done many times. It's very simple to do. So, you know, if you're a truest purist that really likes to have a sword on his back that he can, you know, pull from the back and hold aloft, then you can do that as well. I think he had it on his back in the Revelation series, unlike Filmation, but I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to go back and look.
That attack is called a hug, Teela. My dad says, no amount of preparation can make you ready for the unpredictable. Everything? I'm pretty sure you still don't know who he really is. By the power of Grayskull.
But yeah, there you go. And here's our Prince Adam, Revelation Prince Adam next to Adora. And I do have a pistol strapped to her side that actually came with Queen Marlena for her space outfit, but I like having that on her, so if I pretend like she's part of, you know, the evil horde before her eyes are opened by Prince Adam. But then also, you know, you remember she did have a spot to actually put her sword or power sword on her back, but these two really look good together, I believe. They measure in good together, they look good together. Of course, you know, our new Prince Adam is completely pinless, but just look at them. Here's the twin brother and twin sister right side by side. That is really cool. That's worth a picture. We'll get some photos in the photo gallery with these two along with mom and dad as well as others in the set. But that is so cool. I'm excited about this Prince Adam. This is kind of, I don't know, me personally, what I have always longed for to have in a Prince Adam. So I'm really tickled over this guy. He is awesome. And there's a lot to be said about this comparison. I mean, wow. Here is his mentor, Man-at-Arms from the Revelation series, looking really awesome. I love this deluxe Man-at-Arms. And then there is our captain of the guard, Teela, one of Prince Adam's best friends, and of course, eventually love interest. They fall in love and even have children one day when Prince Adam, He-Man, becomes king. But that's in the far future. But interesting to note just how much bigger his head is than hers as far as the face, just the overall size. And he is actually a little taller than her. Almost looks like she's just more petite, which I guess that would be true, you know, a female next to a male around the same age. But I don't know, just interesting to note, just, you know, looking at him here in person, you can just tell she is, you know, on the small side compared to him. But I'm fine with that. There's Orko, our Revelation Orko next to him. This is kind of, you know, the banished, tattered clothing Orko. Love to get an Orko in the Revelation style that actually looks like, you know, Orko with the O on his chest that's got the regular clothing. But I like this Orko. He's cool. You can see his arms and everything. But yes, here we go. We have our Revelation Prince Adam next to basically his best friends here. And because in the Filmation cartoon, a lot of times we had some kids to visit or were part of Eternia or part of the storyline. And here is that kid that is part of the Dungeons and Dragons toy line that I love using in my Masterverse here, Motu universe here. But there is also Prince Adam next to the more Filmation classics King Randor, which that's kind of the way he looked, I think, more than the other classics King Randor that we got, where he's in kind of his battle gear. He was more in this kind of regal gown looking colors, I think, in the Revelation series. And I'm hoping we will get a Masterverse King Randor, Revelation King Randor, or whatever, or New Eternia King Randor. And even a Queen Marlena would be awesome. I think this Queen Marlena looks so gorgeous in her dress and crown. But there they are, and there's Teela with her hair down. You can there again see how much taller Prince Adam is, just a little taller than her. But yeah, they're talking to the kid here, and that just looks so cool, so neat, so much fun here. Loving it. And here's the whole family together. That's right, King Randor, Prince Adam, Princess Adora, and Queen Marlena. There they are all together right in front of Castle Grayskull there. So cool. Have to get a shot of them in front of the Toy Hacks palace, outside the palace, Eternian palace. That will be neat too. But look at that. That is just so cool. Loving this. Just looking great here alongside of Man-at-Arms, Orko, Cringer. There is, of course, Teela in the backdrop there. So just so neat. Loving this. All right, and to compare some swords here, we have, of course, our Classics Power Sword, our Classics Filmation Power Sword. And then over here we have our Masterverse Metal Sword that came with that San Diego Comic-Con 2-pack exclusive He-Man and Skeletor. There is our new Eternia style power sword there in the middle, and then there's the one that our Revelation He-Man came with. It had a little bit of a gray on the hilt whereas this one is silver from blade all the way to hilt, but they both had a little bit of brown wrap. This one's a little different shade, but there is a difference between, it's a little shinier, especially around the hilt, as you can tell there. And then we come also with this really cool translucent, and the light's almost washing it out. It's so translucent there. So let me hold it up just so you can see it a little closer here, because there is like glitter in it. And I'm not sure if you can see that on camera. There you go. You can see it now. There's some glitter in it, but it is translucent, same shape as the Revelation Power Sword, but it's clear with glitter. All right. So that's kind of where he's holding it, and he's being transformed, and the sword's kind of glowing, I guess, in a way. The power is charged. So that was a neat approach instead of giving us another lightning effect. So that's awesome. So we could maybe do both. All right, taking away everyone that does not know Prince Adam's secret, here he is. Let's just look at him next to our Revelation He-Man. I have done some paint apps on his harness, his belt, and his gauntlet there. But, you know, we had that weird kind of orange skin tone in that first wave He-Man, but I think it looks better, even though he's still got the same skin tone, when you put on this Hordak MX He-Man head sculpt from Revelation. He made a better looking He-Man head, in my opinion. I like that head much better, but this is a good skin tone. Really normal, natural looking, and photos well. Let's put him next to there and just see the faces. I mean, to me, he favors that He-Man in a transformed form more than he does this almost smiley, weird looking He-Man face. I mean, it's not bad, but I think the skin tone takes away from it there, and the hair. But this looks good here. I like that. So I'm using that He-Man head. You can still get some of those heads, even in different skin tones, to match other He-Man bodies from Masterverse from Hordak MX. Check him out, Hordak MX on Instagram. All right, thank you so much for joining us for this Super Dave review. We have enjoyed this one. I have. Here are his friends that know his secret, and he's getting ready to transform, and we'll see that finished out in photos. So stay tuned for some photos in the photo gallery, but please like if you've enjoyed this video, subscribe if you've not done so, comment if you have something to share, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. We still have some more Wave 10 on the way, so we're looking forward to reviewing them. Come back and see us. Enjoy these photos in the photo gallery.